Hey there, I'm in Prague right now. It's my last day being here, and so I decided if I have a free room for myself and no one's gonna interrupt me, why not record a video if I already have a plan for it in my head? Today I wanted to talk about finding your own way of living and deciding on what you really want to be and what you really want to do. I grew up believing that the only right way to live life is to go to university, find a stable job, get married, and have kids. And that was something that I've been told to my whole childhood, that I have to go to university, get married, and have kids. That it's my life purpose or the goal I should be moving towards. Needless to say, that was one of the reasons why future was scaring me so much, because that's the things that I mentioned were never the things that I wanted in my life. And so when my mental problems started back in elementary school, my fear got even worse, because when you're in pain and scared and depressed and all the other things that were happening at that time, you want to get out of the bad situation. Of course, it's logical. When you're hurting, you want to escape the hurtful situation. But when I was thinking about my future, all I could see was were the things that I was hearing my whole childhood: university, marriage, kids. I never fit that lifestyle. I always wanted to travel. I always wanted to learn as much as possible. I wanted to try everything that I possibly could in my life. I wanted to visit every country of the world, just see as much as possible, experience as much as possible. From the very beginning, school wasn't helpful at all. Firstly, we had these PE teachers in elementary school that were abusive towards students. Then there was another teacher in my high school who was abusive. And the sentence that they were repeating all the time was, "You're never gonna succeed in anything. You're never gonna be someone. You're gonna fail everything you wanna do because you're just so, I don't know, weak, stupid," whatever reasons or ideas they got in their head. When you hear someone saying something to you numerous times, you're gonna believe it. You're gonna end up believing it, whether you like it or not. If someone tells you, "I hate you," 100 times, you're gonna start to hate yourself. That's how it works. So when someone tells you you're not gonna succeed, you're gonna fail, that's what you're gonna believe in the end. So that's how my mental problems got even worse. The future, which I was scared of, because in my head I couldn't see any light in the future. I couldn't see any good moments I should be waiting for. I was excited about the university at first, but the more I was going to school, the more I was feeling like something's really not okay with the education system in general. The older I got, the more things I was observing and realizing. And that's when the plan of going to university, my dream of going to university, kind of died. For many, many years, I've been asking myself, what do I really want? Who I want to be in the future, who I want to be right now to achieve the future that I want. And how do I imagine myself in 5 years, 10 years, 50 years? That's always a funny question to ask. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Because I was suicidal, and I think that a lot of people could relate to that. When someone asks you, what you gonna be in 10 years? You feel like laughing because you don't know if you're gonna be alive next week, and they're asking about something that's gonna happen in 5 years. So I've been searching, I've been asking myself questions, I've been thinking about everything. Because I'm a heavily overthinking person. It's connected to my anxiety, because I suffer from anxiety disorder, and I just tend to overthink everything. And when danger is more realistic, the overthinking gets even worse, as you can probably imagine. I had a best friend who was my role model, or just something that I was looking up to, and I wanted to be like them one day. But they were believing in things, and they were just representing things that were not me, and I realized it sometime later. Then I got into another friendships, and the same thing was happening over and over again. Firstly, I wanted to be a heavily believing Christian girl who will marry the first man she will fall in love with, and Then I wanted to be the partying girl, the drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes girl. But that was still not me, and I was still searching, I was still confused. My therapy was going on. I started being really interested in psychology and philosophy, which are my passions, still to this day. And so when I started learning more about those things, my answers started to come to me. It's never easy to find out who you want to be and how to find your way of living, how to find your path. I'm 19 years old. My therapy started when I was 14, 15, something around that age. And I just recently started to get the answers to who I want to be and what I want to achieve in my life. Needless to say, the things I realized were the opposite of my family and people around me expected me to become or expected me to do. I was always wondering why people see this one path to be the only good one, the only possible one, because I heard many times that your dreams you're not able to achieve them, they are impossible, they're unreachable. Whenever I came up with an idea like, hey, I want to start learning archery, or I want to learn horse riding, or I want to learn martial arts, or I'm gonna be a traveler, most of the time the response to that was that's too expensive. How do you gonna pay for all those things? You're lazy, you won't be able to stay in that passion. You will just lose your time and money. Why don't you just go to university to have something stable, to have those documents, so you're gonna be happy in your life? And I was just thinking, how the hell am I supposed to be happy doing things that I don't want to do? That those are things that you guys want me to do, but those are not what my soul wants to do. So I was always scared of everything. I still am scared of everything. That's why I'm telling you now, I'm in the Prague. I'm in the Czech Republic's capital for the first time in my life, and it's been a tough test for me, because all those things like organization, asking people about the direction, ordering food on my own, finding the ways of transport, just being independent. I love Prague. I really enjoy my stay here. Anxiety is kicking in so badly, but I fight it. I fight it because I want to be a traveler. I want to learn archery. I want to learn horse riding. I want to be a writer. I don't want to have a regular job when you get up at 6 a.m. and to return home at 5 p.m. and you return to your house that you built with your husband and you have 5 kids running around. My rule is to always put my health on the first place. And sometimes I overdo it, sometimes I can be egoistic, because I know what I have to do to stay healthy. I know what I have to do to be all right. And those are things that I had to learn. Those are things I was learning on the therapy, on the many years of my therapy, learning psychology and philosophy. So if you're also confused about your future, if you also don't know what to do, like I didn't for many years, I have a little exercise for you. And now it's kind of ironic, but I'm gonna ask you a question. If you could do everything, and if you could be anywhere you want without anything stopping you or blocking you, or if everything was possible, just imagine if you could do everything you wanted, where would you be and what would you be doing? Then the same question, but what would you be doing and where would you be in 10 years and then in 20 years? And I said that it's ironic because I said in the beginning of this video that I hate those questions, and the suicidal people are having problems answering those. But I'm gonna tell you, it's probably one of the best questions to find out things about yourself. And now, whatever you imagined, it is possible. Boom! You always have at least a small chance of achieving whatever. If you said, I'm gonna move to Argentina or Great Britain or France, whatever. But then your brain said, but you don't have enough money. I'm gonna tell you, if you want to move somewhere and you don't have enough money, that doesn't mean you're not able to move there, because you can earn money, and when you do, you can move there. So don't just cancel your plans, don't give up on your dreams just because you can't do something in that exact moment. I would like to mention manifesting and manifestation diaries. And I'm not gonna talk about them because there is a lot of good videos on YouTube about them. So just search them up. But back to the future and finding your path. Just because everyone around you is doing something doesn't mean that you are supposed to do it. And it doesn't mean that that's the right thing for you to do. It's actually a quote of Buddha told in my own words. Even if everyone is going in one direction, it doesn't matter if the direction is wrong. And even if you're the only one walking in different direction, it doesn't matter if the direction is right. So when you say, oh, I would like to learn archery, don't just say, no, I won't do it because my friends don't do it, or because my parents tell me I'm lazy. Well, maybe I really am, maybe I just won't be able to achieve that. No, I'm gonna give up. Don't do it. Just go for it. If you want something, do it. I hate it when people say, oh, I have to go to university, so I will be happy in 5 years. And I just look at them and wonder, why do you want to be happy in 5 years if you can be happy right now? But you're not taking the chance. I don't understand. You don't have to wait for the happiness. You can be happy even now. Even in that exact moment, you can be happy. When I told my family that I'm not going to university this year, well, you can imagine there was a huge fight going on for weeks, still going on, because people don't seem to understand and don't seem to be open to the idea. And I tell them, hey, if you trust me at least a little bit, I will go to university, just not this year, because I feel that I need some time for myself. I feel that I need time for my mental health, and university wouldn't help me with that. I know what I have to do to be happy, and I gave myself this trust back when I decided on not going to the university. I'm still giving this trust to myself whenever I decide on something. But you're never gonna have this kind of trust if you always cancel your plans and give up on your ideas. They say listen to your parents, they know the best. I say that's not true, listen to your soul, it knows the best. Sometimes parents say shit, sometimes they stop you from being happy. And I just want you to think by yourself and of course respect other people's opinions, but have your own. And no, it's not any type of anti-parents commercial. I'm just trying to tell you that just because someone is older than us, it doesn't mean that they have to be right about everything, and it doesn't mean that we should give them respect if they don't give the respect to us. My dumbass decided to go to sleep, and I just realized that I didn't end this video even. And so there's a lot of things I didn't say. I will probably make another video about them. Thank you for watching. I hope that at least something from this video was useful or relatable. And time to sleep. Good night. Or good morning. Whenever you're watching. Just stay strong and go for your dreams.